welcome back everyone, welcome back to the second series of the broadcast, welcome back to the quarterfinals, welcome to another TVP, once again loading into Old Republic, and spawning in the right-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the German Protoss player, we have the green Protoss representing Streamer Zone, it is Jumy. And spawning in the bottom right corner, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the yellow Terran, representing Eximius Gaming, it is INexorable. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our TVP. And I'll be honest, coming into this, Jumy would be the heavy favorite. True, Jumy, he would be the heavy favorite. But for those of you that know, we were just mentioning it, it is very late in Europe. It's very late. It's like, what, 2 a.m.? It's like coming up on 2 a.m. in the morning over in Europa, depending on where you are, of course. Maybe even later than that, but it is quite late. It is not the most European-friendly tournament out there, and Jumy coming into this did let us know that he's falling asleep. He's he's like, Papi, I can't keep my eyes open. It's very possible here that mid-game we're gonna see Jumy just flop on his keyboard, and we're just gonna see nothing happening from his side. Oh no, not like this. Get some rest, Papi. Get some rest. You're an animal. You're an animal. So it's quite late in Europe. Because of that, Jumy's not the most confident coming into these matches and coming into this tournament, but still willing to compete, still willing to take part. So much love to Jumy. We'll see how far he can go. We'll see if he can go all the way, even without any sleep. True. Go all the way, man. Meanwhile, welcome once again to the Old Republic. Once again, we do have a secure 3-base setup. Once again, the 4th base is very exposed on this map, whether it's the linear 4th base or the triangular low ground 4th base, both are much more difficult to hold on to defend, but I don't really know how applicable that's going to be to this matchup specifically, where very often we do see 2-base all-ins. 2-base all-ins, 2-base aggression is very common in this matchup, at least in the current meta. INexorable is not really one to slow things down. Even last game on Mothership, when INexorable took a 3rd base, it was after the 3-rack's aggression, after he had already crippled his opponent, so we're expecting something similar here as well. For now, Stargate open out of Jumy. Again, this is a large map of the map pool, so longer rush distance by ground. It is more viable to open up with Phoenixes, and it's on INexorable to confirm. Now he pulls away, he pulls out. So far the tech has been unscouted. Never mind, it does go back in. It does go back in, and it will confirm. It dips into the main base, he confirms the Stargate, he's fully aware. Back at home, going for his own 1-1-1. But he said he's locked in. He's locked into bench back. Oh no. What's it, Jumy? The hell? Oh no. Not like this, Jumy. I didn't even know what animal that was. It was a doggo. Killed the doggo. These Protoss players, man. Ugh. Heartless, baby. Heartless. So far, the Reaper Hellion does dive into the main. Or into the Natra, I should say. Shouldn't get much done here. It's only one Hellion. It gets one probe kill. Not the most effective harassment here from INexorable. Does confirm the Adepts, does get cleaned up, and Jumy behind this going into Stargate, into Phoenix, into Colossus. Very old school. So Phoenix, Colossus out of Jumy. Meanwhile, very fast third CC out of INexorable. Okay, you have my attention. So hyper greed from our Terran player. If you remember, I assumed that he was going to be going for something more aggressive, but the map doesn't really favor aggressive builds, so going into a faster third makes sense, and we're being quite greedy here. Very greedy. Now, the plus side for what INexorable is doing, the Phoenix Space Opener isn't really designed to kill you. It can harass, it can contain, but it can't really do much more than that. So INexorable, he's safe, right? He's safe to cut corners, he is safe to expand in such a manner, and he will have a boosted economy coming into the mid-game. Is that going to be enough there? Is that enough to deal with what's coming his way, to deal with the Phoenix Colossus? Now, INexorable, he hasn't confirmed the Bay, but he can assume, right? You can make assumptions here. If you see Phoenixes, usually it leads into Colossus production. Technically, it can lead into Charge as well. True. through. So there's two different kind of attack piles or tech pods here for Jumy. It's still up to INexorable to confirm. Still up to INexorable. Up. That's Phoenix's are going to be zoned away. Be zoned back. INexorable still building up. Should soon be landing his base. Again, Jumy's still unaware of the build of choice. But here come the Colossi. And that is going to be a big power spike for Jumy once he gets his first 2-3 Colossus up and running. Again, Phoenix, they rotate. Third base has now been taken. Here comes the second starport from Mass Viking. And we'll see who's going to be the initial aggressor here. I don't really expect Jumy to push without additional Colossus. So we'll see when he does move out. This is working his second. Second Colossus on the way. Jumy looking for a way in. Oh, the Observer! Oh, he gets it! Oh my, oh, barely nuts, never mind. Observer does barely get out of vision. Barely out of range. One Phoenix does get caught out, but still gets 4 SCV kills, not bad. Once again, the role of these Phoenixes is to contain. To contain the Terran player, poke in and get some worker kills, keep an eye on the main army, while he builds up more Colossus. Temple Archives is on the way. From here, can work towards Storm. Ooh, as we do pick up another Phoenix. Nice snipe out of INexorable. We're up to 3. Yeah, 3 Colossus so far. Storm is halfway done. It should finish in time for the move out, for the push. And he's almost getting a 4 CC. Oh, okay. That I was not expecting. This is where I'm now concerned for INexorable, just because of what we've seen already here. If you're watching Beyond series here on Old Republic against Geralt, he had a very hard time securing and defending his 4th base. Now, to be fair, Beyond, I mean, it was a different kind of game, where Beyond, he was up against a more Storm-heavy composition. Storm Colossus heavy even. And 100 defending. Here we have Disruptors on the way. Beyond, he had less Vikings. He had a more of a Ghost heavy composition instead. But I'm still not entirely convinced. We'll see. We'll see if he can hold. We'll see if he can survive. Ooh, that's a nice catch, getting another 3 Phoenixes even. It basically does reset the Phoenix count. Nice catch here from INexorable. But Lassie's still staying back at home. Jumy able to freely just take more bases, take more expansions. Both players will max out. Because of the faster third base from INexorable, that's why it's keeping up supply-wise. Typically, that wouldn't be the case. And INexorable's going for the linear fourth. Okay. So again, there's a very wide kind of angle of attack here coming into the fourth base. Likewise, there's also multiple run-by locations as well. Prism into the main. INexorable, he reacts with everything. Ooh. Did react. Warpin will complete. At the same time, here comes Jumy. Does push forward, goes to expose. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's almost 4 ghosts going down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Nova goes up as well. Does run away, no major connection. Looks like the EMP was solid. But Zealous is still going in. Yeah, they're still warping into the main. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, brutal Zealous warping, getting in at 90, getting 20. 20 SCV kills, 22. Oof. And it wasn't the main army that dealt critical damage, it was the drop. It was a Prism, it was a Harass. 23 SCVs. Ay, ay, ay. And at Jumy, he can back off, he can rebuild, he can remax, and do that again. INexorable's hurting. He does have currently at least a larger army, and he has to make use of it. He's gonna push. Down to 6 Vikings. We have a heavy disruptor army. Storm zones. Oh god, he runs into the storm. He does push in. INexorable gets spotted out. Oh no, he goes back in too soon. And it does take some getting used to here. The length of the storm. INexorable is still working on that. He lost some extra units, lost some extra ghosts. Happy, we gotta respect the storm. Respect the storm. Oof. Yeah, leads the charge with ghost. Nova goes up. Does force a split. And Jumy should clean up. Jumy should clean this up. He should shut this down. Yeah, the Novas are brutal. Vikings force a land. And GG gets called. Jumy does overwhelm, and Jumy takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, INexorable, he for the most part got away with his build, he got away with his greed, but that first big engagement was brutal. I'm referring to the moment when the War Prism got into the main base, when the main army was distracting INexorable at the fourth location, and we saw INexorable lose 22 SCVs. That did force him to attack. That's why he had to push. That's why he was committed, is because he lost so many SCVs. He had to do some counter damage. He was forced out onto the map, and he got shut down. With that, he got shut down, took some massive storms to the face, took some Novas to the face as well. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into game number 2, and we'll see if Jumy can close it out. We'll see if INexorable can fight back. Let's go. Likewise, we're still seeing Terran players get used to, I say Terran players in general get used to Storm. It goes always when it comes to Terran, Zerg, and Protoss as well, when it comes to the duration of the storm, and again, like the muscle memory ingrained into players when it comes to pulling out and then pulling back into storm as it runs out it is there. It is a thing. It's something that players have to get used to. Same with Protoss when it comes to double layering storms, like we still do see that from time to time. Is sitting at the second storm too soon. But here we go. Here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Mothership, we have the German Protoss player. We have the green Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Jumy. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Mothership, we have his opponent. We have the Brazilian Terran player, the yellow Terran, representing Eximius Gaming. It is INexorable. Here we go. As welcome one more to a 3-player spawn map. Welcome to Mothership. We're here, back. We're minus 400 are we? Let's go. We are on the Mothership itself, and we'll see how our players do adjust. Double gas opener out of INexorable. He's going for something more tech heavy already. Interesting. Some more tech heavy start. Jumy moving out with his probe scout. No. Okay, he is. Are we proxying a pylon? If you notice, Jumy, he made a beeline directly across the map here. But I think he did rally towards the south. No. Okay, there it is. He's gambling so hard, and he's gambling quite well, actually. This is a closer proxy location towards the top side. More, I mean, technically it's like equivalent distance here from side to side, but here it is slightly more towards the top side instead. So Jumy going for the blind proxy. Let's go. There it is, proxy Stargate here out of Jumy. Okay, I mean, this does make sense. It's less committed, but has potential for a lot of damage. Jumy, he's now scouting up towards the south side. Jumy looking for his opponent. Likewise, INexorable, he finds Jumy immediately. So crucial, so important. Jumy, there's no expansion. Something's wrong. There must be tech first. But the tech is missing. Oh, he doesn't get behind. Doesn't get behind the mineral line. He does not confirm. I mean, he should know there's something wrong. True. Just because of the lack of expansion. Reaper's going back in. Oracle's on the way. And INexorable, he will see nothing in the main, or at least he should.
Unattended SCVs are known to explode. Oh, careful now.
He's late. Oh no! Almost gets surrounded. Confirms there's nothing in the bases. Cyclone is on the way. And we'll see how much damage is done. I mean, already delaying the expansion. God damn it. Jumy going for a ninja base. Let's go. Let's go. I was curious. I'm like, he still doesn't have a base. And the Oracle gets into the main. And again, there's nothing in the main. There's nothing in position. Cyclone's distracted by the Adepts. SCV's going down, getting 4 SCV kills. Not bad. The Oracle gets away. And again, Jumy, he's having fun. He's having fun, but oh no, he shades in. He can just go for the SCVs. He can and he does. And it gets up to 7, 8. 8 SCV kills, should not get a 9. Regardless, nice damage. But this is so unnecessary. Like, we don't need to get a ninja base. Like, we could just expand that. Getting a ninja third base, sure, that makes more sense. God damn it. We'll see how INexorable reacts. Meanwhile, double Oracle into the main. Killing more SCVs. Yeah, 4 more worker kills. 0 mining in the main base with no anti-air either. Wait, what? Where's the Cyclone? It's in the drop. No, it's in the drop. I was like, the Cyclone's not at home. It's across the map instead. Medevac goes down and Jumy's all over this. He shuts down the drop. He attacks across the map. The Cyclone not at home to defend. It does go down. INexorable's all in. He's all in at this point. He's rallying everything. He's pulling the boys. We're getting desperate. See, this is where Jumy, he sees the all-in coming and then he recalls towards the bottom side. That's like... is the play to go for. I mean, get spotted. We are base trading, by the way. Okay. There was a bit of a misrally there. We are going for base trade. The sentries are ready. They're ready to force field. If you delay, there's a first force field. Yeah, Sorgs have arrived. We pull the boys. We can, of course, lift the buildings. And INexorable, he abandons his base. Does abandon. Ooh. Sentry goes down. That was the final force field. Dark Shrine is on the way. Let's go. Getting into DTs. Sorg is going to focus on one of the CCs that does catch fire. Uh-oh. Yeah, boys are being pulled. Liberation has arrived, going for the pylon. Charge will. Oh, no, it doesn't finish! Charge 5 seconds away, does not complete. The probes, get out of here. Yeah, there's no escaping this. Meanwhile, again, one CC goes down, but there's another on the right-hand side. So there is scan energy. Ooh, Void Ray there. The Void Ray is on the way to focus on the CC. If there's no detection, that's game. Meanwhile, INexorable does kill the main. Kills the main base.
Attack.
Starport catches fire. Does focus down, that means no Raven. No Raven production. CC's flying back. Jumy, he needs to get on top of that CC. Where's the Void Ray? The Oracle's looking. Oof. Oh no, there's a miscontrol. You lose every single Stalker, and INexorable, he can go for the kill. There's no army. There's nothing. Okay, wow, there's no army left. I mean, sure, there's going to be some DTs, but remember, there are scans. Oh, there were scans. Base is found. Void Ray going ham. Oh, the DT has arrived. He's going to land. Oh, he does have one scan. He does have one scan. There it is. Takes down the first Arc Templar. But the Void Ray. The Void Ray is going for the kill. Likewise, we can kill the Mule Bat. And GG. Wow, GG. GG gets called. He will not save the CC. Without scans, that is game. And Jumy, he will take the series 2-0. GG. The hell just happened? GG, well played. Congratulations. Congratulations here to Jumy as he does take this. As he does take the series. As he does take the series here, does advance on into those semi-finals. And here we go. Here we go. With that, we have our semis ready, Pat. Have our semi-finals ready. As always, some updates here in the bracket. Let's go.